Yes.
Now, has it gotten to a point in the act where you can say confidently that John Dumelo, I have paid my due from the days when I started to now? I can confidently look back and say, I have contributed to this industry.
Well, I can say that, yes, I've contributed to the industry, but I can't say that I have paid my dues, because we still have a lot more to do when it comes to the film industry. There's so many roles I haven't played. There are so many things that haven't been done in terms of the industry. I mean, you look at the Ghana Actors Guild, is in such a bad state, so I can't say I've paid my dues when such things are happening, or I can't say I've paid my dues when, most producers are not producing at this point because of A, B, C, D, and D. C and D. So I think I can only say that when the movie industry is really thriving and is very attractive. I mean, it was attractive a couple of years ago. It went down a bit, but I know it will get back. It will bounce back. It's just a phase that we are going through.
As an actor, looking at how disorganized, I beg for a better word, the Actors Guild is, and for somebody who is really working hard to make sure that this works in Ghana, does it occur to you that, look, let these old guys go sleep and let the younger folks spearhead the guild?
It's hard to say. The young ones can take the mantle, but we still know the old ones. We still need them for experience. We still need them for advice and stuff. Probably we can just form like an advisory body that would advise the new group that will be formed. I think that would be a step in the right direction. But I really think that we need a new crop of people to spearhead the thing. Certainly, young people. I think that would be good.
You keep talking about new group. We have intentions of starting another guild.
I don't have any intentions of starting another guild. It could be the present guild that maybe I will decide to serve, or maybe I can just say that I'm just forming a new guild altogether. But forming a new guild is not going to be easy, because a lot of people would oppose it. A lot of people would say that, okay, there's an existing guild. Why would you want to go and do a new guild? So I think we just have to sit down and have a meeting and say, what is the way forward? Are we forming a new guild? Are we maintaining the old guild? But we need new people to man it.
Would you like to vie for president of the Actors Guild?
I think I just want the Actors Guild to be strong. Whether I stand for president or not, I can't tell now, but I think I just want the guild to be strong. When the time comes, I'll see about that.
So you're that passionate about it. You don't think that your passion could drive you, even though you haven't thought about it, could drive you to go pick a form and say, let's try this?
Well, I could pick a form and say, let's try this. As for that one, it's not a problem at all. The end result is I just want a very strong group. I want that when they mention the Ghana Actors Guild, it is one of the strongest guilds in Africa. That is my main aim. So even if I have to support somebody else to be the president, no problem.
Now, I see you and I liken you to Desmond Elliot in Nigeria. Now, there's a man who's done the art, now moved a step further, still doing the art, but now he's moved to do politics. Now, I see John and I'm like, okay, this may be our Desmond Elliot. You see yourself like that?
That is me entering politics. Yeah. If it's God's calling, why not?
Do you think that is something you might want to pursue?
It's something I've been thinking about, but like I said, if it's God's calling, why not? I would gladly do that.
Will you do politics? Whether God's calling or not, you have the final decision, would you?
I would serve my nation in any capacity.
Now, have we promoted Ghana enough in our movies?
Not really, because we do a lot of glamour films and we don't get to show the beautiful sights in Ghana. But I think by and large, we would come to that.
Is it that we can't tell our own story, or we don't know our stories?
No, we know our stories. Like I said, a lot of people know Ghana because of the films we do and because we portray our culture. But maybe we don't portray our culture too much, because I have a few Caribbean friends who say, oh, our culture is almost the same as theirs, because maybe we portray a certain level of our culture. So I think maybe we are not doing enough. We should do more in terms of portraying the culture, but sometimes there is demand and supply. Maybe people in Ghana or something don't want to see a film that will portray culture too much. They just want something funny. They just want something, a love story that they can relate to. So, but then again, you can have love stories that portray a certain culture, which can be done. So I think we will look into that.
When Does it happen also that you get somewhere, maybe in Nigeria and or beyond Ghana, and people mistake you for a Nigerian actor?
Yeah, I get that all the time. Like, people think I'm Nigerian. They always say, you know, I thought John was Nigerian until maybe I started speaking, or maybe till I said, no, I'm from Ghana.
Does it feel embarrassing?
No, I mean, Nigeria is a great country. So when they say I'm Nigerian, I'm like, okay. Sometimes I say God forbid, but but you know, I just take it in good faith.
We see a lot of Ghanaian young producers doing movies in spite of the challenges that we have to face, maybe power surges and all that. For you as an actor, what does it tell you?
I think it's been long overdue. I think we should have had younger directors years ago. If we had younger directors years ago, our film industry would have moved one step ahead, you know. So for any young producer out there, I just want to say, look, this is the time to produce a film. Produce the right film that people would like, and you know, let the sky be your starting point. So I must commend young producers who have come out to start producing films.
Your relationship with Yvonne, how far?
Oh, we're cool. We're fine.
We haven't seen you in pictures in a long time.
Well, I mean, she's busy. I'm also busy. I've been doing a lot of traveling here and there, and you know, I think she's producing her movie or series, something like that. So she's been pretty much busy. But it's the relationship is. I mean, I met her at the Ghana, the VGMAs, the lunch, and you know, we took pictures. We spoke for a bit, so it's fine.
You still go eating, having lunch, you know, hanging out at her place and all that?
I mean, now I've started cooking, so I eat in my house.
Has anything changed?
Nothing has changed. I think, you know, every friendship has its trying times. Every friendship has its highs and lows. And I think me and Yvonne's friendship, we had our trying times, we had our low times. But at the end of the day, look, life is short. There's no point in saying that, oh, I'm not talking to this person, I'm not talking to that person because this and this happened, or she did this, or he did this. I mean, that's pointless. I mean, if I see her right now, we'll chat, we'll talk, we'll laugh, and then we'll probably just laugh about the whole situation. And you know, at the end of the day, we have to set a good example to the children. I mean, to people growing up, to the people that look up to us.
I've heard calls for you to finally settle. When is that happening?
Well, as for settling down, you never know. Maybe I've settled down. You never know. Maybe I'm married. You never know. Maybe I have 3 children somewhere. I think sometimes you have to keep your family life and your relationship life out of the public spectrum, because if you do that, you know, it would last longer. But sometimes when you put your marriage and your children and your relationship out there, it just makes everything complicated. So I mean, I could be married, I could not be married, I could have a girlfriend, I could not have a girlfriend. So I'm just there.
Because I've seen you do a lot of posts about marriage, you know, and I get concerned that, is this man married? Is he afraid to get married? Which is it?
No, as for the post, I post, I do a lot of marriage posts because I have a lot of married friends. I hear a lot of stories, and it's just I mean, because I have the following, I just want to advise people who are married, and you know, that's pretty much it. It's like a good Samaritan. So if we're saying we're not talking, I think it's just bullocks.
Oh, well, musicians get a bit of royalty. This is the last but one. Musicians get royalty. Gamro gives them royalty, sort of. For movie makers, I haven't heard about any form of royalty for you.
I know for a fact producers get royalties. Well, because I'm not a producer yet, I don't know the process, but I know producers should get royalties. So it is something that I've heard producers talking about. I don't know as to whether they've received it. I have no idea, but I know they get royalties.
Now, is it feasible for actors to get royalties as well?
Under normal circumstances, we are supposed to get royalties, but you know how the situation is. We don't get royalties.
Is it a bother?
It is, because if our association was structured well, we should be receiving royalties.
I ask because of the many deaths we've seen. You know, older actors are taken ill, and for a reason or the other, financially they're not able to foot their bills and all that. And for you growing up, maybe you have businesses and all that, but being concerned about the aged, what do you think you can do to make a difference? What
I think and what I've always thought we should do is just to create a fund for the older generation. You know, just create a fund for them. At least every month, give them some form of allowance. You know, talk with some insurance companies or with some health insurance companies to to take care of their bills. I think we should do that. Give them some allowance, make sure their hospital bills are taken care of, make sure they are okay. At the end of the day, they pave the way for most of us to be here right now. So that should be done. We should really take good care of them.
Where is this funding likely to come from?
It should probably come from individuals, private sector, corporate, probably government.
You intend to spearhead a thing like that?
Yes, I do. I intend to spearhead something like that.
How soon do we have to see John?
That one is planning, so I will do that.
Amachi and Dede, tell us a bit about the story.
When you're doing comedy, there's a lot of room to play around with the words, so that makes it more interesting and fun. It's a long time since Ghanaians enjoyed something that they can sit down and laugh from beginning to end. I mean, everybody has had a tough time in the last couple of months, I'm sure. So it's just time to just come and unwind and just laugh it off and, forget about the problems that you are facing and, just have a good time.